Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is still Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This is another members only video. I only had time to make one public video, and I had to make sure I'm going to get at least one for y'all to show my appreciation for your support. I appreciate you, y'all. I'm disturbed right now. On one hand, I feel good. I feel grateful, thankful, appreciative. As I posted earlier, I went to the fair today, the Greater Gulf State Fair in Mobile. It was the last day of the fair, so lasts like a week. And I've been going there since I was a child. I've been coming here since I was a child. The Greater Gulf State Fair, right? So there's some neighborhood kids, underprivileged, as you would call, that I know, and I take them every year, that I know that probably wouldn't be able to go if somebody didn't, help out. Especially nowadays, we've got so much other stuff going on in the world. People struggling. We ain't talking about just the snap being cut off and the government shutdown. People were struggling before then. So we got a lot of people struggling, right? And at this very moment, the particular time, through y'all's help, through God's grace and mercy, first and foremost, I want to thank God for that, for allowing me to be able to do what I did today and last year and the year before that. I've been doing it for a few years now, not tooting my own horn. I want to thank God for allowing me to be able to do that. A guy that was once homeless, couldn't afford to feed himself, had to live under other people's roof, had women putting him out whenever they got mad at him. And for good reason, because he was a broke, sorry son of a bitch. Wouldn't work. Didn't want to do nothing. When the dope game was over with, he figured he supposed to go get a job paying $40 an hour with no skill, because I'm used to making that kind of money. That was my mindset. I ain't going to work for no minimum wage. Not understanding some was better than nothing. But I also used to doing it the wrong way, and the wrong way taught me that I was supposed to get, $4,000 or $5,000 a day, like at one time. I was screwed up, y'all. Nothing teaches you better than pain. I learned a whole lot over the years from the best teacher to ever exist. Pain. Better than Harvard, Yale, any of those Ivy League schools. Nothing, nobody, nowhere can teach you better than pain. There's no greater lessons I've learned in life than the lessons I've learned from pain. And I want to thank God for allowing me to survive that pain to be able to learn the lesson that was meant to be taught. The same lesson that allowed me to go from homeless to being able to take 8 children that were not family members, neighborhood kids. Y'all want to go to the fair? Yes, sir, mister. They call me by my name. They all know who I am. Let's go. Been doing it for the last 5 years now. Haul ass to the fair, they don't pay for nothing. Through the grace of God. From homeless to what I did today. I cried a little bit, y'all. When you think about, for me, where I've been, where I am now, this shit we got going on today, what we dealing with, I'm built for it. I'm ready. I'm trying to prepare y'all, get y'all ready for it. I'm already ready. I ain't talking about financially ready. I'm mentally ready, emotionally ready, spiritually ready. That's what you got to be. Can't get financially ready. You don't know how much money you're going to need. You got to be spiritually ready, emotionally, mentally ready. You can't be financially ready because you don't know how much money you're going to need. You might have $100,000 right now, but you might need $1 million. So you still ain't got enough. You got to get ready in here, baby. Listen to me when I tell you. You got to be ready up here to deal with what we got going on and going further. You got to be ready in here. In here. That don't matter. That shit come and go. You got to be able to deal with when it comes and when it goes. And right now, you're going to do a lot of going, a lot of leaving. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble. And I want y'all to get ready if you ain't already ready. We're in trouble. We're dealing with some people that we put our trust in, some of us. At one time includes me. I no longer trust them. I'm no longer there. I'm not rocking with either side. You know, y'all heard me say this 1,000 times, right? I want to talk about this particular group right now that's amongst us, in our midst. Supposed to be family. Supposed to be on the same team as us. But they sold us out. They're Benedict Arnolds. They can't be trusted. They're wicked in nature. Their plan, their desires is wicked. And anybody that you know that's still rocking with them people, you got to avoid them. Family members or whoever, you got to avoid them. That's what I love my family, but I don't really, me and my family don't talk about that type of stuff. You know, we ain't, Cause they locked and loaded, they don't get it. Everybody ain't gonna get where you're coming from. Everybody ain't gonna wake up at the same time. You gotta understand that I was getting mad and frustrated for a while because I'm like, why they can't see what I see? But I gotta remember that it was a time where I didn't see it. As we deal with these still asleep family members and friends or whatever that's still locked and loaded with the Democrat Party, and you seeing the evil and the wickedness that they're doing, and you wonder why your people won't wake up. Remember, it was well, I don't know about y'all. Y'all might not have ever been Democrats. But if you was ever a Democrat, you should know what I'm talking about. There was a time when you were locked and loaded. If you was ever a Democrat, even if you ain't one now, I'm not one now. But I was for a long time, and I'd have went down fighting for them. I'd have fought a many battle for them and was dead wrong, but I didn't know it. I didn't know I was dead wrong. I didn't know how bad they lied, how much they lied. They did worse. Everything they were saying about the other people, they were really talking about themselves. I didn't know that. Oh my God. We are in some serious damn trouble. This is not for content. That's why I made this video members only. We're in some serious damn trouble. I ain't got time to be talking to the public crowd right now. The thousands of views that I would get if I would put this public. I ain't got time to talk to them right now. Too many of them don't get it. Y'all wouldn't be here if you didn't relate to what I'm saying. You wouldn't be a member only if you didn't relate to what I'm saying. So I need to talk to y'all for a minute. Let y'all understand the magnitude of what we're dealing with. Man, we are fucked up. We got these people that's supposed to be on our side. They got a whole nother thing planned for us. Ain't got nothing to do with no God. If you're a believer, if you're a Christian, whatever you are, Muslim, Christian, whatever, you got any kind of relationship with whoever your God is. These people don't F with that. They don't care Allah, Buddha, Jesus. They don't give a damn who you call them. They ain't rocking with none of that. These people are sick. Well, y'all might say, Big Ward. And I've said it too. And it's true. Big Ward. It's just the left wing and the right wing of the same bird. Ain't you heard that before? I've heard it, I've said it. The left wing, they're both the same. They both the same. Right wing, left wing, same bird, right? But here's the way we haven't looked at it. Same bird, left wing, right wing. But for in order that bird to fly correctly, both wings have to be in good shape. Both wings have to be working together. Both wings have to be healthy. Both wings have to be doing the right thing in order for that bird to fly correctly. Right? Left wing, well, that's my left wing, right wing, same bird. Flying. Both wings doing what they're supposed to do. The bird gonna fly beautifully, magnificently. I said it wrong. Left wing, right wing. The bird's flying. But what if? Pow! What was that? That was a gunshot. And one of the wings get injured. Now what you got? Left wing, right wing, same bird, right? But one of the wings is damaged now. One of the wings is injured, broken, tampered with. It's not functioning the way it was designed to function. Now, you just got one wing healthy, still trying to function the way it was supposed to function. One wing then damn near been shot off. Now it's hindering the flight of the bird. Now the bird is about to crash. Boom. Now the bird can't fly no more. Have you thought about that? When you say left wing, right wing, same bird. Have you ever seen a bird with a damaged wing? Crash. That's America. The left wing of the bird, the eagle, for example, our map eagle, right? The left wing of the bird had been corrupted, damaged beyond repair. The left wing of the bird is no longer doing what it's supposed to do in order for that bird to fly correctly. Both wings have to be in order. Both wings have to be working with the same mission, same goal. But one of the wings is not on that page no more. The left wing, the Democrat. As long as both wings are working together, working simultaneously in healthy order, perfect design. Perfect design. We need both of them to counteract each other. When one go up, we need to counteract each other. Check on it, make sure the other one ain't doing too much more than what it's supposed to be doing. We need the Democrat and Republican, but we need them to be in healthy order. And right now the Democrats are sick, perverted, twisted, demented, compulsive liars. And the American people, even longtime Democrats like myself, they notice that we breaking away from them. We realize that, hey man, y'all filthy. Y'all foul. But in their thirst, in their quench for power, by any means necessary, they say, you know what? And this is what's going on, whether you believe me or not. This is what's happening. I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. I'm not getting paid by either one of them. No reason to lie. I just love this country. I love people. As you see, that's why I took the kids today, because I love people. I don't want to see us suffering for these bastards. I don't want to see that. That's where I'm coming from. That's my angle. If you wonder what my angle is, that's my angle. I'm not a millionaire off this shit. I still got to go to work in the morning. Ain't no need to be coming here blowing smoke up your ass, and I still got to go to work. What am I be on here lying for, and it ain't getting me the way I ain't got to work no more? What's the point? I'm always tell the truth. And the truth of the matter is, they lying to people talking about they fighting for health care. They telling poor people that depend on SNAP and food stamps and government housing and government programs They convincing these people that they fighting so they can have cheaper health care when them people don't even pay for health care. See how wicked they are? They got these people about to crash out for them. They convincing these people you can't get your food, your benefits that you've been getting, because we done shut the government down because, and they got them same people who need the food rocking with them. Because they done convinced them people we fighting so you can have affordable health care. They ain't even thought to take the time to think, I don't pay for health care. My health care is part of the government assistance I get. How are you fighting for my health care to be cheaper and I don't even pay for it? You damn sure ain't fighting for mine because mine $1,200 and it's going up again. So who are you fighting? They're not fighting for no health care. That's to get you to tug on your heartstring to think they're doing something right for the American people. They ain't doing nothing for us. They done lost the way they going, the agenda they pushing. They're not gonna stop pushing it. But they know they keep pushing this agenda. They will not win no more elections. But they still gotta push this agenda because they were commanded by the dark one to get this. You better get this done. Prepare for the Antichrist to get here. You better get this done by any means necessary. So the way they've been going to black people and whatever, they losing the black vote. So what they decide they're gonna do? The illegals. This is all about taking care of illegal immigrants, buying their vote. You can't offer health care, this, that, the illegal. If they come under here under the guise, they told them what to do, ladies and gentlemen, what to say. And I forgot, I'm from the street. I know the game. There are ways around the rules. If you're an illegal immigrant, no, you don't qualify for government assistance. But they told them to say we're asylum seekers. You're seeking asylum. Now you're qualified. But here's the deal. Ain't nobody thought the time I heard Elon Musk talking, I don't even like him. But he told number two when he said this. Once upon a time, asylum seeker is somebody who running from being unalive. The country you come from trying to kill you. That's when you're seeking asylum. These people running, trying to find a way to make more money. They're not running from somewhere where the country they come from want to kill them. If that's the case, why are they over here still flying the flag of the country they come from? If they running for their lives, the country trying to kill them. That's what asylum is. Asylum is not you running somewhere to be able to afford a better life, make more money. You're not seeking asylum, you're seeking money. These people flying across the border not running for their lives, they're running to make more money. Because as soon as they get the money, they go travel back to the country they running from an asylum from. Make that make sense. How you seeking asylum from a country where as soon as you get some money, you going back over to that country on vacation and taking trips and shit back to the country that you running from. Country seeking asylum. Asylum is when the country you come from trying to kill you. No country ain't trying to kill millions of illegal immigrants. They're not trying to kill millions of y'all. Normally asylum seekers be like a couple of hundred. Ex-presidents, ex-leaders or whatever, and the government trying to overthrow them and kill them. Not millions of citizens. Mexico ain't trying to kill millions of their people. And all them other countries these folk coming from, them folks ain't all running from being killed by the government. That's what real asylum is. These people just over here trying to make more money. And I ain't knocking them for that. But the Democrats lying told them folks to say, hey, say you're asylum seekers. And now you qualify, we're going to take care of you. But you got to vote for us. Remember what we did for you. Remember who brought you over here? It was them damn Republicans trying to get you out of here. If the Democrats' plan goes through, and they bring in them millions of illegals, and all them illegals vote for Democrats, because they already got ID, they out here riding around in trucks, CDLs. They already got them ID. Out there in California, liberal, Gavin Newsom, dirty, low-down Democrat, part of the program, issuing out CDLs. The people don't know how to drive trucks. They're out here killing folks. They got ID. They can vote right now. Check this out.
This thing is getting obviously worrisome, but you let this thing go on for another couple of weeks and you get into Thanksgiving travel, and this thing is going to turn into a nightmare.
No, absolutely. And with the SNAP benefits too, I mean, you have poor Americans who might get cut off from some of the food that they need to feed their children ahead of the holidays. It's going to affect their ability to enjoy the holidays. So this is a big deal. You know, it used to be that Democrats cared about issues like this. I remember back when Obama said this during the government shutdown in 2013. Watch.
Think about this. Shutting down the government just because you don't like a law that was passed and found constitutional. No Congress before this one has ever in history been irresponsible enough to threaten default, to threaten an economic shutdown, to suggest America not pay its bills, just to try to blackmail a president into giving them some concessions. We're not going to submit to this kind of total irresponsibility. Congress needs to pay our bills on time. Congress needs to pass a budget on time. Congress needs to put an end to governing from crisis to crisis. If Republicans do not like the law, they can go through the regular channels and processes to try to change it. That's why we have elections. You do not threaten the full faith and credit of the United States of America.
But yet now,
Love a good flashback like that.
Keyword there was blackmailing. And it's important to remember, too, that Chuck Schumer, who once called government shutdowns the politics of idiocy, famously said of this shutdown that every day gets better for us. Well, every day's not getting better for everyone. The flight delays, 42 million Americans with SNAP benefits. And just one last point on that. Hakeem Jeffries. So Washington is run by the big four leaders, right? The majority leader, the Speaker of the House, and the minority leader, and the minority leader in the House as well. And yet Hakeem Jeffries, out of every House district in the country, Hakeem Jeffries is the sixth most impacted by SNAP benefits. 43% of his district is enrolled in SNAP. So you would think that Schumer, who led us into this shutdown, and Hakeem Jeffries, who is among the most impacted, would come to the table and say this needs to end.
And
I think, obviously both sides are trying to blame one another, but the facts remain. Bipartisan majorities in both the House and the Senate voted to keep the government open at Biden spending levels. A minority of Democrats in the Senate are filibustering it. That's why it is 100% Democrats who are responsible for shutting the government down.
What a great statistic you just put forward.
Nobody on this planet was a bigger supporter of Barack Obama than me. I would go to battle for Barack Obama. To me, Barack Obama was like a father figure to me. Now to find out what I found out about him and the party that I so much love, I'm pissed. I'm telling y'all out my own mouth. This ain't what you heard nobody else say. And you ain't got to believe me. Nobody looked up to, believed in, loved Obama more than me. Nobody. And for me to find out he full of shit, that did something to me. The same thing they doing now is what he criticizing the Republicans for doing when he was in office. But now, it's okay. It ain't okay. I rest my case. Get it, got it, good. Bye.